Next question, beginning with Mr. Chavez. It is often said that educational money spent on younger children is most cost-effective. What changes, if any, would you want in grades K through 3? This is 2 minutes.
Yes.
With an emphasis on the younger children, what would you do differently to focus on that age group?
Specifically related to Ravenswood, thank you for clarifying. Specifically related to Ravenswood, we are entering in. Ravenswood has not had a reading language arts program adopted since, I believe, we're in the 2002 Open Chord reading series. It's an outdated series, and as we engage in transitioning to the new Common Core standards, the national standards, are we prepared? Are we preparing our students, and do we have the instructional materials for our students to be successful with the new initiatives that are coming? There will be a new assessment system, the Smarter Balance system. Do we currently have an infrastructure within Ravenswood to be able to support these new assessments? There's conversations about being computer-based. Do we have the infrastructure and the equipment to assess our students appropriately and equitably? So yes, I think that investing in the elementary school, at the elementary school level is very important. And in Ravenswood, there is a need for updating our instructional materials, providing our teachers with professional developments and skills to be able to teach effectively, and also to make sure that we have the infrastructure to assess and monitor student achievement on a regular basis. Not waiting till the end of the year till our students are assessed, but having a monitoring system throughout the school year to be able to make modifications in a timely manner so that so that we know that our students are going to do well.
Thank you. Mr. Rana?
Yes, assessment is important, but the former governor signed a law that's called the transitional kindergarten, meaning that it gives children who will be going to kindergarten one more year to get ready for kindergarten, which is a fantastic idea because education should start as early as possible. We need to capture our children when they are young. K-3 is critical. So I believe that that's a tragedy that we as a nation don't realize how important it is to start the children learning early. I would just simply put more money. I don't know. I mean, I know we're short on funds, but I've always thought that we need to emphasize kindergarten and then pre-kindergarten, like the traditional. Do whatever we can to give our children more hours in kindergarten, more probably hours on this wonderful new program called transitional kindergarten, because if we don't capture our children when they're young, we really run the risk of, which we are. It shows in our academic scores that, I mean, we are just doing really poorly. There are some schools like Willow and Castaño principals. We have just incredible principals at these schools where we are in the 700s. And that's great because that would be in my category, that's a C, because I am striving for 800 and above APIs. So, but we need to start them, and we need to teach them to read and know their alphabet and all that.
Thank you. Mr. Gomez?
Yes, this is a very special subject for me because I'm a firm believer that children should start as soon as possible into kindergarten, preschool, or whatever you want to call it. It's been proven that children can learn almost after maybe 3 or 4, 6 months. And children do that. if any parent that has had children know this. And why? A child will cry because he wants to be fed or change the diaper or something like that. And later on, maybe a couple of months later, the child will start crying again. He wants something. He wants to know if he can get away with it. And that's why he starts crying or something like that. But as soon as we can start teaching the children the ABCs, 1, 2, 3, 4s, the better it is. There was a retired teacher, Ms. Baylor, fantastic teacher, fantastic. She's retired though. She taught my niece in kindergarten about the stars, dinosaurs, flowers, anything. And they liked it. They really, really appreciated it. And in doing so, here's this little girl knowing better, more than her older sisters about certain subjects. They get bored just painting and things like that. You got to get them more construction stuff, like look at the picture and see what this is, what that is, or this is not right. This is done different than this, whatever. Tell them to get up there and tell a little story or something like that. To use their brains so that they can imagine what they're doing.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson.
Thank you. As Mr. Chavez mentioned, we're moving towards a Common Core standards. And we should reassess how we're providing instruction in the K through third grade, and look to see whether there is a need to make modifications and bring in new materials and develop a stronger curriculum in that area. I also think that as we're just similar to the approach that we're taking with the 8th grade transition, that there is a need to look to create that seamlessness between preschool and kindergarten as well. And not just our preschool program that the district runs, but making the connection with the preschool programs that are also around this community. There are other organizations and agencies that are providing service to those students. And by creating a collaboration where we can look comprehensively at the curriculum that's being delivered to the kids, it will help us begin to develop and improve those standards so that our students will be able to make the grade once the new Common Core is in place.
Thank you.